you explain what Daring is?
Yeah, so Daring is a plant-based chicken company. Started in 2018 as a bit of an idea. We launched it in 2020 and it's been very exciting 3-4 years since then.
Let's talk about that beginning. Was this your idea the entire time, or did you have to pivot at any moment?
Oh, there's been a lot of pivots. I always say, one of the characteristics I think of being an entrepreneur is you have to be fast on your feet, nimble, pivot when things don't go your way. But yeah, I always had the ambition to launch a plant-based chicken company. I watched the success of other brands in the space, to focus on burgers, focus on taste, texture, more indulgent. I wanted to focus on health. I wanted to bring something healthier to the category, and hopefully I've done a good job of that.
There is a lot of competition in this space, as you know, I'm sure you're aware, because everyone wants to be healthier, have an alternative option. So how do you differentiate Daring, and how do you cut through that competition?
Yeah, we looked at why consumers were stepping into the category. 86% were focused on health. The rest were focused on more sustainability and of course animal welfare, which are great reasons, but health remained the number one decision. Why consumers would swap chicken for plant-based chicken. And I think what they were met with was ingredients and products that had a long list of ingredients. A lot of fat content, maybe lower protein content than the animal-derived protein. What we focused on at Daring is short and relatable ingredients. Our core product is 5 ingredients: protein, water, and a few spices. Everyone can understand that. We're 90 calories per serving, which is fewer than chicken. We're higher in protein. So I think when you're going after a category like protein, whether it's steak, chicken, fish, you have to deliver on taste, texture, but you also have to deliver on health. That's really important.
What do you think is the most important: taste, texture, or health?
Yeah, I think, early brands focused on taste. You could add in a bunch of ingredients to make something taste like. Texture was this moment where we all saw the news and the articles on the juiciness, the bleed-like effect. But all of those things came with a lot of those things came with the sacrifice of health. You had to add in a lot of ingredients to create those experiences. What we tried to do was strip everything back. Yes, hit taste, texture, but also health. And then I think price is also a really big factor. Price, chicken is a fairly cheap commodity. We have to drive towards that, but they all got to work in harmony. You can't have a really, really healthy product that doesn't taste good. You can't have a great product that tastes good and it's not healthy, because consumers care.
My little sister is vegan, so she has every plant-based product, and some don't taste as good as others. So describe the moment for me when you tasted it. You had that taste, you had that texture, you had that health, and you said, this is it, I have it.
Tastes like chicken. That was it. Honestly, I haven't eaten chicken in a long time, but I would give it to my father, my mother, my sisters, and they were like, that's great, it's just cooked, it's moist chicken. And I was like,
there you go.
Something's there. And chicken is the number one, consumed protein in the world. The way it cooks, the way it, holds different sauces. What is chicken really? Fundamentally, it's a flavor profile. You have your favorite chicken recipe, they have their favorite chicken recipe. I think with Daring, you can really do just about anything. Anything you can do with chicken, you can do with Daring. And it's a simple swap. There's really no sacrifice.
And where do you see the future of alternative meat going?
We're at the tip of the iceberg, honestly. It's a very small category. Chicken consumption is growing. Plant-based consumption is hopefully growing also, and will continue to do so, but there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of innovation required. We've got to drive great brands, great products. We've got to get price down. I think we have to work together as a sort of plant-based somewhat team to bring that to the consumers. But I think hopefully any consumer that stepped out of the category in the last year or so can come back in, get met with products that deliver on all those things.